fine now? Now am I audible to everyone? Okay, now I think we are good to go. Okay, great. So I will share a presentation regarding this anthropology preparation. Okay, so I hope every one of you is able to see the presentation. Should I remove the earphone and then is it fine now? Okay, I will remove the earphones. Is it better now? Slow. Is it better? So I have taken help of this webcam for the microphone. Okay, great. So now we will start with anthropology. So how to master the anthropology? So first of all, you should be very clear before starting anthropology that it is your optional and you don't have to now worry about other things. Okay, that you have finalized your optional and you don't have to change it. You do not have any option to change it. Okay, so that one thing you have to clear in your mind. Because I am saying this because in my first attempt in 2018, what happened was I had started with anthropology but could not. But after studying for 1 or 2 months, I thought that I should quit this anthropology as optional because I am not doing well in this and I am not getting anything. So, however, some friends and family members also suggested me that at least you should give one attempt with this optional, so that you should get the basics of it. Then you should realize that whether you are good at it or not. So that one thing you should be very clear. So, and also I want to warn you that you may also face such issues while starting with anthropology. Okay, you may feel like quitting with anthropology and starting with another optional like PSI or geography or whatever. So you must be very clear that it will take at least 3 to 4 months preparation before you get the essence of the anthropology, and then you will start to enjoy this subject. So that is one disclaimer from my side. Okay, so now I start with this anthropology, mastering anthropology session. So this is my brief introduction, that my name, and I had done graduation in mechanical engineering in 2015. Then I did 2 year private job with Hero Motogov. Then presently I am working as an ASO in Ministry of Defence. Then this is brief journey, my brief journey of UPSC. That is 2018 I had written mains and could not qualify mains, and anthro score was 267. In 2019 appeared in interview but could not get any rank. So again the score was 257. So there was a reduction of 10 marks. Then CSC 20 in this year I have got 73rd rank, all India rank, and my anthro score is 306. So this is my brief introduction. Okay. So now beginning with anthropology. Okay. So alright, I will stop this messaging for everybody else. Okay, so that I do not get distracted. So now starting with anthropology, and I will start this chat box when I have to ask. You have to ask the queries. I will give you that opportunity. Okay. So let's start. So what is beginning with anthropology? So go through the syllabus thoroughly. First of all, you should be very thorough with the syllabus, and you must understand the syllabus and its components which are there. Like there are 4 divisions of the syllabus. Okay. So you must be having this syllabus. So I also have this syllabus. So first of all is the general anthropology. That is a small one. Like I have written 4 divisions of syllabus plus one small division. One small division I am referring to. One is the introduction to anthropology, and second is the archaeology part. Okay. And secondly, and then 4 major divisions come. One of them is social anthropology. Second one is physical anthropology. And then there is linguistic anthropology, and one of them is archaeological anthropology. That is means those are the part of the anthropology as a subject. But what is given in our syllabus of UPSC, I will explain that first of all. So 4 divisions of syllabus are there. One of them is the general anthropology plus archaeology. That is one small division. Then there are 4 divisions. One is social anthropology. Second is physical anthropology. These two are included in the paper 1, and then we have paper 2. In paper 2 we have Indian anthropology and then the tribal anthropology. So these are 4 major divisions. Okay. So and then the general anthropology, that I call the small division, that is common to both paper 1 and paper 2. That you can that is very easy. You can do very well. Now so this is about the brief about the syllabus, whatever UPSC has given to us. So this is it. Then now I would emphasize on the understanding the first chapter of the paper 1 very well. What is the first chapter? First chapter is regarding the introduction to anthropology. Means you will understand what is anthropology all about. What we have to read in this, and how the anthropology is different from other subject, how the anthropology is related with other subject. So all these things you can understand from this first chapter, and that is very important. So that is very important. So and you can switch on your camera if you don't mind, so that I can interact with you face to face. So there is no issue in that. So that is the first job you have to do. Okay. In the beginning of the anthropology. Secondly, then we have this brain tree material, because it is very concise. You have to read this brain tree material. There are 3 volumes and maybe 4 or 5. Now they have increased that, but the size of those volumes have decreased. So there are maybe 3 volume or maybe 5 volume. You can get any one from the market. They are all the same. So you have to go through this brain tree material, and it will take around 1 to 1.5 months for all those volumes. Okay. So why I am stressing upon this is because Braintree has given its content in reference to our syllabus. Like if there is a point at 1.1 in syllabus, means paper 1 syllabus 1.1, meaning, scope and development of anthropology. So they must have given that particular heading, and they have given certain content under that and certain explanation also. So in this way you will be able to get the essence of anthropology in this 1 to 1.5 months. because all the components of the syllabus are covered very well in this brain tree. In the beginning it is very easy to understand, and some of the sections you may feel issues, like if you are not from the biology background, then there may be issue regarding this physical anthropology. So you don't have to worry about that. You just have to read it like a story. So you don't have to remember anything. You don't have to mug up things. You just have to understand that what is all anthropology about, what all components comprise the anthropology. So I have also written here that it may seem boring in the first reading, though, so that would happen, that may happen. You don't have to worry about that. Okay. So and after I would share my experience also. After reading this 1.5 month, after reading all these three volumes of Brain Tree in 1.5 month, I was like, I have to quit this anthropology, and I had started with my graduation subject, that was mechanical engineering. But anyways, I did not do that much well in mechanical engineering also. So I had to, because there are also 10 or 12 subjects which are there in the mechanical engineering syllabus also, and every subject took around 15 to 20 days. So I could not complete the whole syllabus, and I had to appear in first attempt itself, and I had very little time. So I had thought that I would continue with anthropology, then I will see in the next attempt what I will decide. Okay, so that thought you may also get, so you don't have to worry about that at all, and you can continue with that. Even many times you will sleep while reading this anthropology, this Brain Tree material, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so that is my suggestion to you. And then if you have time, sufficient time, like people who are attempting for 2022 or 2023, they can again read that Brain Tree, depending upon the availability of the time. Otherwise it is not as mandatory, but it is advisable if you want to go through them. Then there is one book, Anthropology Simplified, by Dr. Vivek Basme. He is also an IAS officer with anthropology optional. So he has written, he has also given his book in a syllabus wise manner. So and he has given his book in question answer manner, so that you will understand that what kind of questions are being asked in the real exam. Okay, and all the means there will be syllabus, like if there is syllabus of 1.3 in paper 1, main branches of anthropology, their scope and relevance. So he will give the heading, then he will give 4-5 questions under this heading, like what are the main branches of anthropology, 10 marker, 150 words, and then what is the scope of physical anthropology or linguistic anthropology or whatever anthropology branch is there. So in this way you will be able to understand that this is the syllabus part, and from this syllabus this kind of questions are coming. So you will have a very good understanding of the demand of the exam also, and also the syllabus as well, because whatever you have read in Brain Tree, it will get revised in the Anthropology Simplified. So and this Anthropology Simplified may take around 30 days. That is enough, I think. It is very means concise, and it is very it is explained very lucidly. So you will not face that much problem, because in Brain Tree you already have a certain you already have achieved certain edge in this subject, or the certain basics of this subject, and then you will understand the demand of the exam. So always you have to know that there are certain basics of the subject, and then what is the demand of the exam, because we don't have to do any MA, BA or PhD in anthropology. We just have to clear this exam with the help of anthropology. So that we have to keep always in our mind. So and now the next slide I have prepared is always keep this in mind. So whenever read a book, give numbering to various elements in paragraphs. Okay, so this is not applicable for the first reading. Okay, because in the first reading you may get bored. So this is not applicable for the first reading of Brain Tree that I had suggested in last slide. Whenever read a book, give numbering to various elements in paragraph. What I mean by this is, like there in many of the books they have written in paragraph form. Okay, like features of the culture are, then they will write in paragraph. Features of the culture are: culture is patterned, culture culture is unique, culture is whatever what we call that, culture is translated from one generation to another generation. Culture can be altered, culture can be modernized, so they can write it in a paragraph form. But what you have to collect out of that book is the, you have to write that in point form, like where there is written the culture is pattern, write one there and encircle it, so that you have the idea that there are 4 or 5 points in this paragraph, and you are getting means you are getting those also, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because it will help you in notes making eventually, because you have to make your own notes eventually. So I would suggest that. So okay, so that is one thing you have to remember, because making notes after reading the books is very a tedious task, so it will make your task very simpler. Now, how to make the notes? Make notes in accordance with syllabus. That is my advice. So whatever a syllabus is given, you have to make notes in accordance with that. Like there is a 1.5 in paper 1, 1.5 there is characteristics of primate, then evolutionary trend and primate taxonomy, primate adaptations. These are all subheadings or subtopics given under 1.5 of paper 1. So you have to prepare notes for characteristics of primates, then write its notes from various sources that I will give in upcoming slides. Then evolutionary trend and primate taxonomy, that you have to prepare notes on. Then primate adaptations. So you have to give all these according to, you have to write notes according to the syllabus only, because at the time of revision it will help you a lot. You can also write like 1.5, then 1.5.1 characteristics of primates, 1.5.2 evolutionary trend and primate taxonomy, 1.5.3 primate adaptations. Okay, so in this way you can write, so that your notes are also in sequence with the syllabus. So that will help you a lot. Secondly, keep flexibility notes to add more information later, because your notes will keep evolving. You may not write the perfect notes in the first attempt itself, or first attempt, I mean to say first attempt of writing notes or making notes. I am not talking about the exam attempt. Okay, so as you will read more, you will get more information and you will get better understanding of these issues. So that will help you in long term, because you have to add certain info from the currents, from many reports. So leave the space in your notes. Okay, and again while making notes, keep it in mind that this is for the purpose of answering questions in exam. Means you have to always keep in mind that you have to remember all these things, because when you will remember, only then you can write those that information in the exam. And whatever things you might you think that they are only literature and they are not adding a content or value to the subject or your content, then leave that content. Only write the important elements in your notes, and also write in that way, in a way where you can understand your own notes very well. Okay, and fourth one, that is last one, also add relevant diagrams, maps, flowcharts in notes itself. So diagrams, maps like India's maps, world map, or any other African map, because we refer to Africa's map very frequently in this subject. Flowcharts in notes also, notes itself, and diagrams of bones, skulls, all these things you have to add in the notes itself. I mean to say, where there means wherever in your notes there is the topic, you have to put that diagram, map or flowchart there itself, because otherwise if you think that you will be able to revise them in the later period, then it becomes very difficult. And apart from that, you can also take out them whenever you have to revise. So that way, these all things you have to keep in mind while preparing notes or reading any book. Okay, so I hope I am audible to all. If not, please let me know in the chat box. Okay, I have turned on the message thing. So now there is the first division of the anthropology, that is social anthropology. Okay, so okay, great. Pavitra, thank you for confirming. So now the social anthropology. That is the first division of in our syllabus. So for social anthropology, what sources you have to refer? These are the four sources which you can refer for this particular division, like History of Anthropological Thought by Gaya Pandey and Upadhyay. It is very essential book for anthropology because it gives the crux of the subject, and there are many theorists in our anthropology, and those theorists have given many theories, and these theories, the social anthropology and lot of Indian anthropology is based on those theories itself. So this book becomes very essential or the basic component of your anthropology preparation. Then Vajiram printed notes. I would also suggest you to go through this sixth point in paper 1. So anthropological theories. So these theories are means basis of anthropology on which it has been built. So classical evolutionism, historical particularism, functionalism, and structuralism, culture and personality. So all these things you will find in this Gaya Pandey book. Then Vajiram printed notes for theories. For this particular section, for this sixth point of paper 1, you have to go through this Vajiram printed notes also, because they are also very concise, and means lot of information is covered under that in those notes, and you will find that many of the questions coming out of that particular notes, because I would find what can you call a question or a question on writing short notes on this liminality, Victor Turner and liminality. The liminality is not mentioned in many of the books, but it is there in the Vajiram printed note, and I could answer that question very well. Then there is one N.K. Ved book. The N.K. Ved sir is the teacher of the Ved ICS. So he has also written a book on social anthropology. You can go through that. And in the end, Ember and Amber, you can read selective concepts and examples. I will also take you through how to read these books or what to do in social anthropology. Okay. So this is the slide about approaching social anthropology. So read Gaya Pandey from beginning, and then read thinkers and concepts given in the syllabus. Means Gaya Pandey you have to read from the beginning, then from the beginning of the book, then read thinkers. Means there are many thinkers given in our syllabus, like around 10 thinkers are there, like L.H. Morgan, Taylor, Boyas, Malinowski, and Edmund Leach, Levi-Strauss, Ruth Benedict, Margaret Mead. So all these are there in our syllabus. They are given in this point 6 of paper 1. So you can means you can read only these thinkers. Means in this book the information is given thinker wise. Means if he is talking about Malinowski, then the book will talk about the whatever work the Malinowski has done in his lifetime, and what the new proposals or any other things he has given. So that way you have to go, because 4 or 5 thinkers of anthropology are so important that we have to know about their life history, that like what they had done in their lives, and how in which society they had visited, what was their ideology. So all these things you have to understand, and you will be very well able to understand it from the Gaya Pandey book. So that is all required from Gaya Pandey book. Focus on understanding of theories. 1 minute, please. Focus on understanding of theory. So you have to understand the concepts behind theory. Like there is one theory of culture and personality. In this the particular theory, you will understand that how the I am sorry. Focus on the understanding of theories. So in this book, in this particular 6th point, they have given one culture and personality school. Okay. So under culture and personality, you have to understand that how the culture impacts personality. Culture of a particular society impacts personality, and at the same time you will also understand that the personality of an individual or personality of a individual of a nation impacts the culture of that particular society. So you have to focus on those understanding, and it is not very difficult. You will be able to understand it in one or two reading. That is all. Then you have to read N.K. Ved book. So N.K. Ved book is also to an extent covers all these things which are there in our syllabus, like marriage, family, kinship. So in a sufficiently better manner. So you can read from that also. And now, and while reading all these books, you have to do numbering, like what I had said in the previous slides. Like you have to do numbering. If N.K. Ved sir book talks about what is means how many types of marriage are there, if it is not given in a tabular form, then you can write that one is endogamy. If he has given endogamy, exogamy, hypergamy, hypogamy, you should write 1, 2, 3, 4, so that while you will make the notes, you will be you will be at very ease. Okay, so that you have to keep in mind. Now you either you can make notes in your soft form, like on iPad or PC, and other things is you can also make notes in A4 sheets, whatever you are comfortable with. I had made most of my notes in A4 sheets because I like to read in physical form. I do not read much from the this PC or iPad thing. Okay, so that is your choice. You can do whatever. So again, make notes syllabus wise, which I had already stressed upon, and every subheading has to be answered, or there should be notes on every subheading. Like I talked in my previous slide, like characteristics of primates, there should be notes. Then evolutionary trend, you should make certain notes. So all these things you have to keep in mind. And while making notes, keep all these books open. All these books means, I mean to say, Gaya Pandey and M.K. Ved, these two books. Okay, so like if you are reading marriage, then you are making notes on marriage, then read it from N.K. Ved, and also highlight these things from the Gaya Pandey also. Whenever you read the Gaya Pandey, you have to highlight these things, that here they are talking about the marriage. Like this is according to the thinkers like Malinowski. So whatever he has said on marriage, it would have been given under the Malinowski topic. Then if L.H. Morgan is there, then whatever L.H. Morgan has said about marriage, it would be given under L.H. Morgan. So you have to link all these things, like marriage, where means in which places of Gaya Pandey the marriage has been given. So you have to collect that information. Therefore, I am saying that you have to keep all these books open, and you can also make this N.K. Ved book as basic book. Then keep on adding from the Gaya Pandey, like what are the views of different thinkers, like Malinowski, L.H. Morgan, E.B. Taylor, or this Julian Stewart. Okay, so this you have to do while preparing notes, because it is a time-taking exercise, and you don't have to worry about at all, even if it takes a little more time. And then you can read, after doing all this exercise, read concepts from Ember and Ember. Like wherever there is given concepts related to social anthropology, you can go through Ember and Ember, and focus on the case studies they have given in the Ember and Ember, and also on the examples. Like there are many tribes which have very unique features or unique cultural elements. So you will find them in Ember and Ember. So you have to take out those examples or case studies and update it in your main notes, so that your main notes keeps on enriching. Okay, so that you have to do after making the notes only. You should do this thing after making all the notes. Okay, and you will be able to do this. And also from the newspapers, you can add certain examples. Like I would recall a news on specific, means unique culture of this man-to-man marriage and many of our tribal cultures. So you would find these things in newspapers. So keep on adding that also in your main notes. Okay, so that you have to do. So this way you will be able to strengthen your means basic understanding of social anthropology, you will be able to make notes which are very relevant for your exam, and also your updation of information is also there, so you are linked with the current part of the syllabus. So this will make your social anthropology very strong, and I think this will, and apart from this you have to do lot of revision of these notes so that you can recall these in while writing the exam. So I think that is all is required in social anthropology. What else queries with respect to social anthropology? So if you any of you have any queries, please ask with related to central this social anthropology, either in chat box or in or also with your microphone. Sir, can we refer to anthropological thought by Telugu academies for theories? Okay, you can refer to Telugu Academy for theories, but I would, even then I would recommend to go through this Gaya and Pandey book, because it has uh, it has explained all the concepts and all the thinkers in very much detail, so that you will be able to answer any question which are coming from the theories. Okay, but that Telugu Academy book is also good, that you can refer after doing the Gaya and Pandey book. That is all I can say. Can you specify the serial number of topics from syllabus that comes under social anthropology? Okay, I will do that. See, paper 1, in the paper 1, from first to is 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and then 1.8. All these comes under the archaeology. Okay, archaeology and general anthropology, both these things are common. 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.8, whole of the 1.8. And now the anthropology, the social anthropology, from 2.1 to 8. This is whole social anthropology. Okay, and then from 9.1 to 12, this is physical anthropology, from 9.1 to 12. And there are also few topics which are given earlier which comes under physical anthropology. These are 1.4, 1.5 and 1.6 and 1.7. So 1.4 to 1.7, these all comes under physical anthropology, and 9 to 12. And in paper 2, 1.1 to 1.3, all these are part of archaeology. Okay, from 1.1 to 1.3. Then Indian anthropology is from 2 to 5.3. 2 to 5.3 is Indian anthropology. Then from 6.1 to 9.3, it is whole tribal anthropology. So this is the division of our syllabus. Okay, so I think your answer I have answered your query. For theory, do we need to refer to Alabama website also? Actually, the notes which the Vajiram is providing, the printed notes, they are I think they have taken from the Alabama website itself. But they are the Vajiram notes are much more. They are more in structured manner. They have given subheadings, headings, so that you will be able to understand the things which are given in the website. So I had also gone through this website, but they have not divided the topics or the subheadings very well. So that you can choose either from the Vajiram printed notes or from the Alabama website. Can we use general society examples related to tribes? Yeah, you can use them, but I think there should be some scholarly, I would say, scholarly backup or the scholarly background for that particular fact. If you are saying that wheels are doing that, so that would not have certain weightage. You have to write about practices which are very common, or which are very common to anthropological these professors or other the scholars who are studying anthropology, so that they are also able to understand these things. So that balance you have to make. I think the general society examples you should avoid. whatever is mentioned in your books, you can write there. Okay, so this is all about social anthropology. So now coming to this physical anthropology. Okay, so in physical anthropology, these all sources you have to refer. The first source is Physical Anthropology by P. Nath. It is a very, very essential source. It is the only source which provides the information related to physical anthropology at a single place or in a single book. Then, but the problem with this book is that the topics which are mentioned there are not in a right sequence. Means they will sometimes mention complex things before and the simple things, the fundamental things in a later part of the book. So that adjustment we have to do while reading, and that you will know from our syllabus. Okay, so you have to match the index of P. Nath with our syllabus, so that you have to you are able to understand this book in a right manner. Then Vajiram printed notes. These notes are also good. These all sources you have to refer, but I am not saying that you have to read them cover to cover. I will recommend that in the next slide, that what you have to read cover to cover. Then Anthropology by Ember and Ember. This is particularly for human evolution part. Then Anthropology by Ember and Ember, again for selected few examples and concepts, like we had done for this social anthropology. Similarly, we have to do this for physical anthropology also. And there is lot of information given in boxes, so you have to focus on boxes also, because boxes contain lot of examples, case studies. You can focus on that. Then Telugu Academy material PDFs, or even if you have that physical copy of Telugu Academy material, then you can do that also. Then Mentor for IAS case study booklet. It is available on some Telegram channel or on its websites also, so you can go through them. Then YouTube videos you have to refer extensively, because many times, or many of us are not from the biology background. We are from engineering background or also from humanity background. So we have to understand the basics of this physical anthropology, like what is cell, how the cell division happens, how this DNA replication happens. So all these things you have to see from YouTube videos. That is very, very easy source for us. Then NCERT class 11th biology, that you also have to refer. So these all sources we have to refer for physical anthropology. Now coming to how to approach the physical anthropology. So first of all, actually you have to also remember that you have already read all these things once while you were reading the brain tree for the first time. So all these things you have already gone through. So you will not find these concepts very, very strange for you. Okay, so that you have to keep in mind now. So NCERT 11th biology, you have to do these chapters, chapter 7, 8, 9, 10 and 20. These all chapters are related with the basic concepts like cell division, and how the DNA works, how the protein synthesis happens. Okay, so all these things are there, and it is related with our 1.7 of paper 1. Then after doing this, you will have certain information that how this life process happens in human or in other species. So you will have that idea. Now read the P. Nath in the sequence of syllabus. So that now you can learn the concepts which are little complex. Okay, because you already have read the biological concepts, like fundamental things like cells, all these things. Okay, then you can go through Vajiram printed notes also, because P. Nath will take certain time, because it is a bulky book and you may find it little difficult in the beginning. So if you will read in the sequence of syllabus, then I think that you will find yourself at ease while reading this P. Nath book. Okay, so and also Vajiram printed notes you can avoid at this point of time, but in certain things you have to refer to those notes. So I will tell you that when you have to refer to the notes. And watch YouTube videos extensively to understand better wherever needed. Wherever you think like I am not getting a concept in physical anthropology, you have to read, you have to watch YouTube videos very, very thoroughly, very extensively. So that is one thing I would recommend. After doing all these things, you will have to make certain notes so that you can revise them and you can find all the things at a single place while preparing for writing answers or for test series. Okay. So now keep PNAS as base for notes for 1.1, 1.5, 9.1 to 9.12. 9.12. I mean to say 12. 9.1 to 12. There is no 9.12. Okay. So keep PNAS as your base for notes, and the syllabus wise notes you have to make like whatever is given in the beginning, you have to make those notes in the beginning, and then later on the other notes, means in the sequence itself, sequence of syllabus, and you have to map those things in this PNAS, so that you don't have to go through that hassle of PNAS in which the content is not given in a very, very means sequential manner. Okay, so that you have to do. Then after doing this, after making these all notes, you can go through the subheadings of the Vajiram printed notes. So whatever information is lacking in your notes, you can add from the Vajiram notes. Because if you will go through whole notes of the Vajiram, then it will be very, very time taking. So you have to be very selective. Wherever you find new information in these notes through subheadings, then add that information into your main notes. Okay, so this way you can prepare this physical anthropology. And apart from this, from Ember also you have to refer certain topics like 1.5, 1.6. These two topics you can refer from the Ember and Ember. You can map the index of Ember with the topics which are given in these two subheads, these two heads like 1.5 and 1.6. So they are also very, very lucidly explained in Ember. So you can add that information in your notes wherever you have made notes for these topics from PNAS. Okay, so this is all. I think there is one more slide. So this is another slide. To go through Telugu Academy notes for of physical anthropology. Similarly, whatever I have said about the Vajiram notes, that exercise you have to do with the Telugu Academy notes also, because a lot of information is new in Telugu Academy notes. So you have to add that information also in your main notes. Then add case studies from Mentor for IAS booklet at respective places. Similarly, you have to pick up the case studies from Mentor for IAS booklet and then write them at the respective places in your notes according to the syllabus. And that you have to do from Ember and Ember also. So it will happen over a time. You don't have to do everything. You have to do these essential things like whatever I have recommended in the previous slide, that those things are essential, and whatever I am saying like you have to add this thing from there, this thing from there, these are some value addition that you have to do later on. Okay, so and you don't have to worry much about those things. You can do that while means as the time will evolve, you will also able to identify what information you have to write in your main notes. Okay, so, and also newspaper things you have to take care of. So now I would take queries with regard to physical anthropology. If any of you have certain queries, please ask.
गुरुजी नमस्कार।
हाँ जी नमस्कार प्रशांत जी।
सर मैं पूछ रहा था कि ये जो PNAS आपने बताया ना कि उसमें आगे पीछे करके दे रखा है,
हाँ
तो उसका वो एक सीक्वेंस बता दो, पढ़ के देखी तो थोड़ा कंटिन्यूएशन नहीं बन पाता।
हाँ
तो वो एक बता दो कृपा हो आप।
ये मैंने बताया ना आपको कि आपका जो सिलेबस में जो दे रखा है ना सीक्वेंस, उसी सीक्वेंस में आप उसको पढ़ो। समझ रहे? अब मैं उसको डिटेल में बता दूंगा, लेकिन अभी थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा उसमें।
एक बार ऊपर से थोड़ा फिर एंड में जाता है तो फिर
अच्छा अच्छा, तो मैं 1 मिनट में देखता हूँ। जैसे कि इसमें आप पढ़ सकते हैं, जैसे प्राइमेट्स बायोलॉजी वो पहले पढ़ सकते हैं, ठीक है, जो डी इसमें दे रखा है इंडेक्स में। फिर उसके बाद पढ़ सकते हैं आप ये बायोलॉजी। फिर आप पढ़ सकते हैं इसका ह्यूमन इवोल्यूशन पार्ट, ई जो सेक्शन दे रखा है इंडेक्स में। उसके बाद आप पढ़ लेंगे ये ह्यूमन जेनेटिक्स वाला पार्ट ए। फिर उसके बाद पढ़ेंगे आप, सॉरी ये नहीं, उसके पहले आप बी पढ़ेंगे। पहले डी ई बी, डी ई बी, देन ए, फिर उसके बाद बी सी एफ जी और एच, ऐसे करके पढ़ लेंगे आप इसको, ठीक है। समझ में आ गया ना आपको?
जी जी।
हाँ, तो ऐसे करके कर सकते हैं। इसमें ज़्यादातर आप बी सबसे पहले पढ़ सकते हैं, ऑर्गेनिक एवोल्यूशन जो है। उसके बाद आप पढ़ सकते हैं प्राइमेट बायोलॉजी डी, फिर ई ह्यूमन इवोल्यूशन, देन ए, और फिर अपना जो बाकी के बच्चे हैं वो सीक्वेंस में पढ़ लो, जैसे ह्यूमन ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट, ह्यूमन इकोलॉजी एंड अप्लाइड फिजिकल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी, ये आप सीक्वेंस में पढ़ लो, एंड डेमोग्राफी, ठीक है।
जी, धन्यवाद।
Any other doubt regarding physical anthropology? How to prepare it? So I think everything is clear. That is
सर
yes, yes.
सर ये बार बार सर कट रहा था तो पता नहीं चला सर। ये वही फिजिकल के लिए सर क्या स्क्रैच से कैसे?
फिजिकल के लिए आप इसमें लिख दीजिए चैट बॉक्स में, मैं वहां से पढ़ लूंगा। ओके, मैं आपका ले लूंगा डाउट, आप इसमें मेंशन कर दीजिए, मैं तब तक ये इंडियन एंथ्रोपोलॉजी शुरू करता हूँ। Next is Indian anthropology. So for Indian anthropology, these are few reference material that you have to do. So first of them is the Indian anthropology by Nadeem Hasnain. Then Waziram printed material. Then in some of the topics you have to refer to IGNOU material also, like BS sociology material and MA sociology material. There are only selective chapters you have to do from the IGNOU. Wherever you find overlap with our syllabus of paper 2 and with this IGNOU syllabus, you just have to read that. Like I had done one thing, I would show you how to map these things. Okay, I had done this thing. able to see this Excel file? Everybody, please. So this is the Excel file I had created for mapping the syllabus of our UPSC syllabus and the syllabus of anthropology, this sociology from IGNOU. So under this, these are few of the topics which are common with our syllabus. Like there is one subject called ESO 11, and ESO 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 are there. This is the BA material and this is MA material. So these few topics you have to do from this IGNOU also. So I would give this screenshot on my channel. Okay, you can refer there. So that is in this manner you can prepare. Then I would always say that presentation. This is Indian anthropology. So you have to do all these things. Like IGNOU material I have already shown to you. Then history of anthropological thought by Gaya Pandey and Upadhyay. So in this history of anthropological thought book, some Indian scholars have already been mentioned by Gaya Pandey and Upadhyay. So you have to also read those thinkers like LP Vidyarthi is there, DN Majumdar is there, and very prominent thinkers are there. So you have to read about their work also, because a lot of concepts they have explained with respect to that thinker, that what was the actual region or what were the actual background in which that particular thinker decided to discover new concept or other things. Like whenever we study our constitution, we study sometimes the courts also study, or the parliament committees also study these constitutional debates, means the debates of the constituent assembly. So they will understand what was the thought behind this particular article. So similarly, this Gaya Pandey is like that. It is about the debate, that is what was the debate that happened at that point of time behind this particular concept. So you have to refer that book also. Okay. Then there is one L2A case study booklet. So it is available in market also. It is 14-15 page booklet, and case studies you have to refer from there, and you have to. I will tell you how to utilize that particular source in upcoming slide. So first of all, you have to read this Waziram printed notes. Okay, so you have to read it in syllabus wise manner. So whatever syllabus, whatever points are given in your syllabus, you have to read that. From 2 onwards, from point 2 onwards, like demographic profile of India, then caste system, all these concepts, sacred complex, nature man spirit complex, then Indian village, all these things. Okay, so you have to do from there for once. Then go through IGNOU material selectively, whatever I have told, whatever what was there, that the Excel file was there, you can go through that. Then now you can make notes from both these sources. You have to make notes. Like you can make notes on the basis of the Waziram printed notes, and then keep on adding material or information from this IGNOU source whenever you read it. Then case studies at respective places in notes from L2A booklet. So from L2A booklet you have to add case studies at the respective places in the syllabus. Like whatever case studies are given on the caste system, you have to write under caste system notes, and if there is case study related to Indian village, then you have to write it in Indian village under Indian village topic. So that you can do, and also you can refer to other sources if you can find in market or anywhere, like Vijayata IAS booklet, Level Up IAS booklet, or any other from the newspaper itself, or wherever you read from the Indian Society of GS also. If you read something, then can also you read, you mention it in your notes. So my basic thing is that all the concepts or all the examples, case studies, whatever you have, you should have at one single place, so that whenever you revise it or whenever you read it, you should be thorough with that concept. You should not miss have too many books to read at the before the exam. Okay, so that is one thing you have to keep in mind. All the things you should have at a single place. Then you can read this Nadeem Hasnain book like a story, and if you find new book, new information, then add it into your notes. Again, the Gaya Pandey book you have to read like a story, whatever Indian scholars are there, you read their biography and their work and add it into your main notes. So that is how the Indian anthropology has to be approached. Anything else, the case studies from newspaper that you have to add. So in this manner you can do this Indian anthropology part. And queries with respect to Indian anthropology, if you have any, you can please ask now. Okay, I think there is no doubt regarding Indian anthropology, because you don't have to worry about the paper 2 actually. Paper 1 will take lot of time for you to prepare. Otherwise paper 2 is very easy, and you means at the first instance you will find it very easy. Okay, so it will not bore you, it will not means make you uncomfortable. So, and you will be very easily do it. So that is and tribal anthropology is also very interesting. So you don't have to worry much about the paper 2. You just have to take care of paper 1 and few things in the paper 2, so that you can get an edge over your other peers. That is all about paper 2. This paper 2 of whole paper 2. Yes, somebody wanted to ask something.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. My question is that how to structure the answer in this paper 2 section? Means how when we mention the case study at the end or at mid of the answers.
Yeah, wherever you are mentioning a particular thing, like if we are talking about these Purusharthas, so there were 4 Purusharthas. I think this Artha, Dharma, Kama and Moksha. Am I right? I think these were the 4 Purusharthas. So wherever you are writing Arth, so you can mention there anything with related to the infrastructure, or even with related to the money that now the human is pursuing very rigorously. So that you can mention, or if you have any example from the society like tribal societies or the primitive societies, they are also now pursuing these materialistic things, so that you can mention there. So it means you have to mention them in a very natural manner. You should not look like your answer should not look like a mechanical answer, like you have road land all the things and you are mentioning them wherever you want. You should, the answer should be in a natural flow. So that is the thing you have to master. It will come in a little time when you have a good understanding of almost all the topics in anthropology. So that way you can write. And also while mentioning a case study, you should also inbox it. You should cover it with a box, or if possible with a different color box, so that whenever you are mentioning that, the examiner should read that information. Otherwise what will happen, examiner will only go through the whole page and it will not give emphasis to that particular case study. So you have to show to examiner that I know more than the other people who are writing the exam. So this way you can score good marks, I think.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, how many Indian scholars would be able to
Sorry.
Sir, how many Indian scholars we have prepared?
Okay, how many
So this
Indian
is
scholars
also
are there?
about the Robert Hooke and this K.S. Singh, they were out of syllabus.
No, they were not out of syllabus. They comes under the archaeology. So you don't have to worry about those, because as you will widen your scope in reading, you will able to understand that all these uh, thinkers are there in the respective parts of our syllabus. It is only when we limit ourselves to a particular source, then only we find that some of the names are very strange to us. So Robert Bruce Foote is very much in our syllabus. So that is why I am saying that. That is why I am saying that you have to go through these, in this slide I had mentioned that after making notes, you have to go through this Nadeem Hasnain book. Why I am saying this? Because you have already made notes and you have a better understanding of those notes. If now you find certain other information with related to those topics, then you have to mention in main notes, so that you do not miss the any such thing which you may think like it is out of syllabus. Similarly, I have mentioned you this Gaya Pandey book. So you have to go through this Gaya Pandey book also, means only the subheads or the heads, not the whole text. So this way you will be able to find that many of the things are there in our syllabus, but because of our limited availability of limited time or limited understanding or the limited sources, we think that it is out of the syllabus. So that is the thing.
Yes, sir. Sir, I read about K.S. Singh and Robert Hooke, but the problem is वो सर मेन थिंकर के रूप में वो किसी सोर्स में नहीं थे, तो बस उनका रेफरेंस आइडिया है कि अच्छा ये K.S. Singh थे,
हाँ
इतना आइडिया है, उस पे एक पूरा कैसे या आपने इस पे पहले स्ट्रक्चर प्रिपेयर किया होगा?
So sometimes it happens that we have a very faint idea of few things, then we have to answer that. We cannot skip that question. Like I will give you an example of 2020 paper. There was one question on Jane Goodall and her work on primates. Yeah. So I did not know anything about Jane Goodall. So they had given that hint that she had worked on this primates. So I had mentioned few things connecting Jane Goodall and primates behavior. So that is all we can do at that particular moment.
मतलब सर आंसर बनाना है?
या डेफिनेटली हमको आंसर बनाना पड़ेगा वहाँ पे. हम हर सिचुएशन को पहले प्रेडिक्ट नहीं कर सकते. ऐसा नहीं है कि सिलेबस में से या जो हम पढ़ रहे हैं उसी में से क्वेश्चन आएगा. हमको थोड़ा सा जीएस का अप्रोच भी लगाना पड़ेगा इसमें, क्योंकि जीएस में हम देखते हैं कि बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन मतलब हमें लगता है कभी पढ़े नहीं, लेकिन हम उनका आंसर करते हैं. सिमिलरली वो इसमें भी अप्लाई होगा. Other doubt, I would go to.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please.
अरे सर, आपने अभी बताया वो चेन गुड़ा का क्वेश्चन, वैसे ही आपने जो एरविन गॉफमन का क्वेश्चन आया था ना टोटल इंस्टीट्यूशन में.
हाँ बिल्कुल
मतलब है क्या एरविन गॉफमन?
No, I have also not read about Erwin Goffman. So if मतलब there are two things ना. If it is coming under that compulsory part, like from in the question 1 or question 5, then you have to do it compulsorily. Jane Goodall was under this question 1, sorry. So I had to attempt that question, but the Erwin Goffman was in question 2, so I had left that question in my choice. So that way you have to make certain arrangements.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So now the tribal anthropology. Tribal anthropology and Indian anthropology are very, very interesting part of this paper too, and you will never be bored with these two components of our syllabus. So you will enjoy it. Okay. So now in tribal anthropology there are sources like Tribal India by Nadeem Hasnain. Then there is one report by Kaka Committee. Then Tribal Culture by LP Vidyarthi. Then there was one Yojana magazine. In 2014 it was on marginalized societies. You can find its PDF on internet, otherwise I can also provide. And case studies from Kaka Committee, Mentor for IAS booklet. So these all things you have to refer. Okay. Now coming to approaching tribal anthropology. So for tribal anthropology you first have to read this Nadeem Hasnain book. while reading mark numbers in book. As I had already mentioned, like what are the problems of tribals, they may have mentioned them in a paragraph manner, but you have to mark them 1 2 3 4 5 so that you can identify while making the notes. And then you can read this Tribal Culture by LP Vidyarthi. This is also a good book. Whatever you find new in Tribal Culture by LP Vidyarthi, you have to highlight that. Okay, in comparison to the Nadeem Hasnain book. Like in Nadeem Hasnain book, it will be your base material. Then the value addition will be done from the LP Vidyarthi book. Whatever case studies, whatever new culture or other things you find in LP Vidyarthi, that you have to highlight, and when you are making notes, you have to make notes out of both these books. Then go through this Kaka committee report. Kaka committee report seems very bulky, but it is not. There are lot of tables are there, so you don't have to remember the tabular information at all. So what you have to focus in this Kaka committee report is the case studies which are there, and issues which the tribals are facing, and also the recommendations, the major recommendations which the Kaka committee had given. It was formed in some 2013 and its report had come in 2014. So case studies, issues and recommendations, these all things you have to focus while reading this Kaka committee. You don't have to go into much detail of the facts and figures which are there. So, and when you read this, you just have to highlight these case studies, issues and recommendations, and when you make notes, you can append these things in your main notes. And also Kaka committee report, from Kaka committee report there are a lot of, and fortunately or this Kaka committee report is given the topic wise, like for health, for education, for other means PRIs, all these things are mentioned there. So in a sequential manner, so you will not find much problem in reading and making notes out of this. Okay, update these in main notes, as I have already said. Update notes from Mentor for IAS and Yojana also. So case studies which are given in Mentor for IAS notes, you have to update in your main notes. And also this Yojana, there are certain case studies and articles you can take information and add to your main notes. And same from the newspaper. So this way you can strengthen your tribal anthropology part. In this also you can mention few scholars who have worked among tribals, like our S.C. Roy, S.C. Dubey, and LP Vidyarthi, and our means evolution of the tribal administration, that you also have to read. This is given in Nadeem Hasnain also, and also you can refer to Waziram printed notes for this also in the end after doing all these exercise, so that whatever new information is there you can add into your main notes, because there are a lot of information in Waziram printed notes. Like they have given the comparison of 5th and 6th schedule in a very comprehensive manner. You will be able to understand them very properly, and also problems of tribal communities are also given very extensively. So you can read that, you can go through that book once. Okay, so these all things you have to do for tribal anthropology. Then again, if any doubt with regard to this tribal anthropology, then please ask.
हेलो सर।
Yes, please.
सर जो हम केस स्टडी में हम जो आंसर मिलते हैं ना, वो कितने पुराने, मतलब कौन से साल से हम ऐड कर सकते हैं, मतलब हम रिसेंट कर सकते हैं या 10 और 5 साल पुराने
कर सकते हैं। पुराना भी, मतलब लगभग 20 साल पुराना भी कर सकते हैं। आफ्टर 2000 हम कुछ भी ऐड कर सकते हैं। जैसे कि मैंने जो पुलिस एट्रोसिटीज होती हैं हुई थी, वो काका कमेटी में मेंशन्ड है। मतलब एक सोनी केस है, वो शायद 2011 में हुआ था, वो उसमें है, तो वो भी मेंशन किया था मैंने। तो आप आई थिंक जो 2000 के बाद जो हुई है वो आप ऐड कर सकते हैं। और कुछ केस स्टडीज ऐसी हैं जो कि हिस्टोरिकल हैं, या कहें कि मतलब काफ़ी टाइम हो गया, सेंचुरीज ओल्ड है। जैसे कि एक ट्राइब है इसमें अरुणाचल में, उसका नाम क्या, सिंगपो, and they are very habitual to this opium or some this drug is there. So मतलब उनका जब ब्रिटिश थे यहाँ पर तो उसी टाइम पर उनका उससे लिंक हो गया था, तो वो ये सिंह थे, ये ओपियम वगैरह लेते थे और उनको पूरा बर्बाद हो गए। तो वो मतलब काफ़ी पुराना केस स्टडी लगता है, लेकिन ठीक है वो अभी भी एग्जिस्ट करता है वो इश्यू उनमें, तो वो हम मेंशन करेंगे। तो ये हमें थोड़ा एक कॉल लेना पड़ता है, जो कि मतलब प्रोमिनेंट केस स्टडीज है वो हम हिस्टोरिकली भी ले सकते हैं, लेकिन जो रिसेंट जो क्या कहते हैं जो अपना इंडिविजुअल टाइप केस स्टडी है वो अपन 2000 के बाद कर लेंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा।
Sir, one question which is related to general answer writing is that हम जब क्रिटिसिज्म का क्वेश्चन आता है ना, तो क्रिटिसिज्म मतलब कैसे क्वेश्चन वो हैंडल कर सकते हैं, मतलब क्रिटिकली इवैल्यूएट और वो जो क्रिटिकली एनालाइज क्वेश्चन होते हैं ना, मतलब एक क्वेश्चन आता है तो उसमें क्रिटिसिज्म कैसे डाल सकते हैं?
क्रिटिसिज्म डालना है जैसे कि उसमें एज ए ड्रॉबैक्स लिख दो, जैसे कि सपोज करो आप जीएस का बोल रहे हैं या इसका एंथ्रोपोलॉजी का?
सर एंथ्रोपोलॉजी का।
अच्छा ओके। सो क्रिटिकली इवेलुएट, जैसे कि उन्होंने बोला कि नेचर स्पिरिट मेन कॉम्प्लेक्स, ठीक है, ये जो कंसेप्ट था एलपी विद्यार्थी ने दिया था, तो इसमें हम पहले तो उसका कंसेप्ट थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लेन कर देंगे कि क्रिटिकली इवेलुएट या क्रिटिकली एग्जामिन वट एवर कीवर्ड इज देयर, उसके अकॉर्डिंग उसको हम एक्सप्लेन कर देंगे कि नेचर मेन स्पिरिट कॉम्प्लेक्स उसने दिया था और इसका ये कंपोनेंट है। फिर उसका जब क्रिटिकली इवेलुएट का मतलब है उसका क्रिटिसिज्म क्या हो सकता है, उसका कुछ बेनिफिट भी है लेकिन उसका क्रिटिसिज्म क्या हो सकता है। जैसे कि नेचर मैन स्पिरिट कॉम्प्लेक्स में हम बिलीव करेंगे तो हम इट माइट हैपन दैट वी हैव टू मतलब वी हैव टू कॉम्प्रोमाइज विद डेवलपमेंटल प्रोजेक्ट्स बिकॉज एवरीवेयर देयर इज सर्टेन नेचर मैन स्पिरिट कॉम्प्लेक्स। तो डेवलपमेंटल प्रोग्रेस कैसे होगी कंट्री की, और जो माइनर नुआंसेज हैं वो उन्होंने शायद इग्नोर किए होंगे। ऐसा कुछ दो चार क्रिटिसिज्म हैं जो कि स्टैंडर्ड क्रिटिसिज्म है, वो आपको जब ये पढ़ेंगे प्रिया पांडे एंड ट्राइबल कल्चर तो आपको ये पता लगेगा कि किस किस स्कॉलर ने क्या क्या क्रिटिसिज्म किया है उसका, तब आप वो भी आपको एज पर दी स्कॉलर ही करना है। एक दो पॉइंट या तीन मतलब जैसे सपोज करो 5 पॉइंट आप क्रिटिसाइज कर रहे हैं तो 2 पॉइंट एटलीस्ट स्कॉलर का होना चाहिए, 3 पॉइंट आप कहीं पढ़ा है या आपका खुद का है तो वो आप लिख सकते हैं। तो ऐसे करके आप उसको क्रिटिसिज्म करेंगे, लेकिन इन द एंड आप उसका रेलेवेंस ही दिखाएंगे आप कि उसका रेलेवेंस क्या है इन प्रेजेंट कंटेक्स्ट। फिर उसका कंक्लूड करेंगे कि ये नेचर मैन स्पिरिट कॉम्प्लेक्स हैज बीन इवॉल्विंग और इट हैज हेल्प्ड जैसे कि इट हैज हेल्प आवर एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर टू गवर्न और to make a right balance between the development of the country and as well as to protect the rights of our tribal brothers। तो ऐसा करके हम एंड उसी पर करेंगे सजेशन के साथ और या फिर पॉजिटिव नोट पर, लेकिन बीच में हम क्रिटिसिज्म डाल देंगे। दैट इज इट।
Hello sir, is it advisable to make some notes in answer forms like question and answer, especially जो भी static part है, for example everything related to science and everything, the evolution part, क्या हम कुछ notes ऐसे directly question and answer form में लिख के we can keep it so that it's not difficult for us to later on study
You
it?
can prepare in any form, that is not an issue।
Okay, thank you.
Now one more part is there, archaeology, and nowadays this part is being asked more frequently, so you have to prepare this archaeology part very thoroughly from 2-3 sources so that you do not miss any of the sites which are there or any of the culture which are there। Like last year there was a question on Natufian culture, so many of our peers had did not read this Natufian culture before, so you have to be thorough with 2 or 3 sources so that you have a wide understanding of the cultural sites or cultural features। Okay, so for this the sources are General Anthropology by Nadeem Hasnan। In this General Anthropology book you will also find the content related to what is anthropology or the introduction to anthropology, like whatever is given in under paper 1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 and then 1.8 This all is given under this in this book, General Anthropology, and also certain components of paper 2 are also there, like 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. These all are there. Okay, so this General Anthropology book also is also a very essential book. Now then Vajiram printed notes are there. They have a very small booklet on this archaeology, that you have to go through, because at least you have to know the sites which are there. So they have mostly given the content on Indian sites. They have not focused more on the sites which are outside India. So that way you will be able to understand the Indian archaeology in a better manner. Then whatever general understanding you have from your ancient history books, textbooks, that is also required to an extent, to map the period of a particular culture with the this calendar, or that when did these things happen and all. So that understanding is also required. And if you find certain issue with the understanding of this particular subject, then there is one lecture series by Dr. D.K. Bhattacharya. Then you can go through that wherever you find difficulty with. And also there is one book of Dr. D.K. Bhattacharya. You can read or you can go through its content, or its headings which are given there, so that you do not miss any thing. Okay, so that is these are all the sources which you have to refer for archaeology. Then how to prepare this archaeology? So approaching archaeology. So as I said, the General Anthropology by Nadeem Hasnain you have to read for world archaeology separately, and what you have to focus upon while reading this book. Focus on the time period, that when this particular cultural element was there, and also the tool technology, because tool technology has evolved over last 1 lakh years. Okay, like earlier there were very crude tools. Now later on the tool technology evolved. They started to use certain composite tools also. So that you have to focus on, and also tool diagrams which are given in that book. You should be able to draw those diagrams wherever required, because it looks very good while answering when you use such diagrams, and it attracts the examiner towards your content. And you can use different color pens also for making these diagrams. Then also the cultural aspects, like how did they live, what was their diet, what was their clothing, what was their religious features. So all these things you have to focus while reading the archaeology, because when you will answer, you have to answer under these heads only, because they will give just one word or two words, like Natufian culture. So what will you write under Natufian culture? So you should be writing on these lines itself, like time period, what was time period, tool technology, what kind of tools were used, what were the cultural aspects, which human species was there at that point of time. So all these things you have to collect from Nadeem Hasnain, and also you can refer to Braintree also for this. Braintree you would already have read that in the beginning, so that won't be a problem. And read Vajiram notes for Indian Archeo, and same things you have to focus upon, like time period, tool technology, what was the climate at that point of time, like it was ice age or glacial, interglacial period. So all these things you have to do. Tool diagrams, culture, and also the map, like in what part of India there are sites related to Paleolithic or Neolithic, Mesolithic. These all things you have to do. And then you can read both in comparative manner, like at before 50,000 years, what was the situation in world archaeology and what was there in India, means what kind of tool technology was there in other parts of the world and what was in India. So you have to read both these in comparative manner also. So how will you make the notes of this archaeology? So culture wise, one of them is culture wise, like what was the Paleolithic, then in Paleolithic, lower Paleolithic, middle Paleolithic, upper Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, whatever separate cultural features are given, cultural elements or the cultural period are given in our syllabus. You have to focus upon those. You have to make notes according to that only. Like in the cultural evolution, 1.8b of paper 1, Paleolithic is there, Mesolithic, Neolithic, Chalcolithic, Copper, Bronze Age, and Iron Age. And under these heads also, there are many type of cultures. Under Paleolithic, they have different cultures like Olduvon culture. Under Mesolithic, they have other culture, Mousterian culture. So all these things you will be able to understand when you will go through this brain tree and then with Nadeem Hussain book. So and also you have to update certain findings which are coming in the newspaper, because particularly in the Hindu they mention at least one discovery every week. So you should be aware about these discoveries also. Like Denisovans were discovered in, I think, in Siberia at a very high altitude. So you should be aware that such discoveries are happening, and you should mention those discoveries in your answers with a different color pen, or just highlight it, because you have to show that I know this thing also, sir. Please give me my additional mark. So these things will add value to your answers. So this is the thing regarding the archaeology. So I think this finishes our lecture on anthropology, like how to prepare anthropology. So if any doubt with respect to archaeology specifically, you can ask.
Sir, for ethnoarchaeology, we are using specific source.
Sorry, 1 minute. Yes, what are you asking?
For ethnoarchaeology, very less content is available.
Yes.
Did you follow any specific?
Yeah, for ethnoarchaeology, you can refer to this Vivek Basme book. Then there is one work. You can also refer to this Bajiram printed notes, because they have given certain examples regarding this. What are the kind of, there are two types of tools, na? One is parallel and other is survival. So those all things are mentioned in that Bajiram printed notes. And also one more source I had in mind, I am not able to recall that. Some article was there, I think. I am not able to recall that. Yes, so these are the sources you can refer for ethnoarchaeology. I will recall that thing and will mention on the group. Any other doubt regarding archaeology specifically? Then I will come to general queries regarding the anthropology as a whole.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Regarding sir archaeology, sir, जैसे Paleolithic है, World Paleolithic. Sir, am I audible?
1 minute. Yes, you are audible.
Sir, जैसे Paleolithic है, World Paleolithic.
हाँ.
तो उसके अंदर बहुत सारे डिफरेंट जैसे यूरोप में भी कुछ कल्चर या फिर जैसे सर इंडिया में एग्जाम्पल है, इंडिया में Paleolithic में बहुत सारी साइट्स थी सर.
हाँ.
तो मैं Paleolithic पे सर अपन जनरल एक नोट्स बना के बाकी साइट मतलब हर साइट की स्पेसिफिक डिटेल याद करना जरूरी है, या उनके बारे में एक दो लाइन पता होगी तो चलेगी, बाकी सब हम जनरल के लिए बता सकते हैं.
नहीं, थोड़ा सा आपको डिटेल में चीज़ें पता होनी चाहिए इसमें आर्कियोलॉजी में. जैसे कि एक दो साइट के बारे में जो कि प्रोमिनेंट साइट्स हैं, जैसे कि पेलियोलिथिक की बात करते हैं तो भीमबेटका एक बहुत ही प्रोमिनेंट साइट है. हमारे रॉक केव्स हैं और ये रॉक पेंटिंग्स हैं. तो ये सारी चीज़ें आपको पता होनी चाहिए कि जो प्रोमिनेंट साइट्स हैं उनका आपको आइडिया होना ही चाहिए, उसमें किस उसने स्कॉलर ने काम किया है और किसने उसको डिस्कवर किया, क्या पीरियड रहा था उसका, क्लाइमेटिक सिचुएशन कैसी थी. मतलब एटलीस्ट आपको बेसिक आइडिया होना चाहिए, फिर आपके पास आप उसका आंसर बना सकते हैं. जैसे कि इन लाइंस पर जो मैंने बताया कि क्लाइमेट क्या है, क्लाइमेट क्या था, टूल टेक्नोलॉजी क्या था, टूल्स क्या थे, तो आप जनरली लिख सकते हैं कि भीमबेटका जो साइट है वो इट इज़ अराउंड मीन्स पेलियोलिथिक साइट, सो इट वुड बी अराउंड 1 लाख ईयर्स ओल्ड. सो वो आप उसमें मेंशन कर सकते हैं 1 लाख ईयर्स अगो क्या क्लाइमेटिक वो था रिजाइम इंडिया में, दैट यू कैन ऑल्सो मेंशन. Also tool technology was very crude, so you can use that thing also. So you have to give certain subheadings and then you can mention those things. You can even build up those things in the exam itself, because many times it happens that we do not know many things about a particular culture. So that happens and you don't have to worry much about that thing. You just have to know general points, that what happened during the Paleolithic period in our India or in the northern part of India, because there are difference between northern and southern part of India. So that general thing you have to know, and you just have to fit those things in that framework of answer by giving the heading of that Bhimbetka and simply drawing a map like Bhimbetka, where it is located in Madhya Pradesh, in near Bhopal, which river is flowing near it. So all these things you can mention, and it will be easy to manage. I think it is not a big deal.
Okay, sir. Sir, second thing, sir, before prelims, sir, what should be the level of our preparation? जैसे सर एक तो है कि नोट्स बना के अंडरस्टैंडिंग करके रख दिया, और दूसरा है कि उसको रख के पूरा फिंगर टिप्स पे लाके प्रिलिम्स से करेगा. तो सर प्रिलिम्स से पहले क्या स्टेटस रहना चाहिए?
प्रीलिम्स से पहले ऐसा है कि इफ़ यू हैव टाइम, लाइक इफ़ यू आर अपियरिंग फॉर 2022, देन आपका मे बी दिसंबर तक सिलेबस खत्म हो जाना चाहिए एंथ्रोपोलॉजी का, और एटलीस्ट 1 मंथ का आंसर राइटिंग आपको कर लेना चाहिए बिफोर प्रीलिम्स. मीन्स जनवरी और बाय मिड फरवरी यू शुड डू द आंसर राइटिंग ऑफ दिस एंथ्रोपोलॉजी, because after clearing prelims you may not have that much time, because in my first attempt I did not get through and one of the reason behind this was this only. I had started my answer writing of GS and also of optional only after clearing my prelims. So I think you should have little idea, at least little idea of all the things, or you must have written few questions on all the topics of this particular means of anthropology. You can join any test series, or you can take from the market and write on your own. That doesn't matter in that period, but you should have some idea or experience of writing answers before prelims.
Okay, sir. As a similar question for sir GS mains also, कि जैसे ये जो टॉपिक है वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री, सोसाइटी, इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी, तो इनसे प्रीलिम्स से पहले इनको पढ़ के सर इनके नोट्स वगैरह प्रिपेयर करके प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन देख के इनको छोड़ दें, और फिर इनका याद तो इससे में कैसे रखता है, तो रखता से प्रीलिम्स के बाद रख सकता है.
हाँ हो जाएगा. Okay, so now I am finishing this discussion regarding these specific components of anthropology. So any general thing you want to ask regarding anthropology, I would answer. I would be happy to answer.
Hello, sir.
1 minute. Okay, now please ask.
हेलो सर, आपने इस साल कौन से क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट किए थे 2020 मेंस के लिए एंथ्रोपोलॉजी में, पेपर 1 और पेपर 2 में?
पेपर 1 और पेपर 2 में यार, पेपर 1 का तो मुझे आइडिया है.
1 का ही पता है.
1 में देखो फर्स्ट एंड फिफ्थ तो कंपलसरी होता है, फिर मैंने किया था 4th और 7th एंड 8th. तो वो मेरे को एक्चुअली ऐसे याद है कि मैंने थोड़े दिन पहले देखा था. मैं आपको बताता हूँ कौन सा. मैं आपको बताता हूँ कि कैसे आपको ये क्वेश्चन सिलेक्शन भी करना होता है.
हाँ सर, उसके बारे में बताइए, क्वेश्चन सिलेक्शन.
culture. So this first and fifth questions are mandatory to attempt. So there is no choice in it. And there are 5 sections in first question and 5 sections in fifth question also. So you have to answer all these 10 questions. So this was the question I was talking about, like Jane Goodall's contribution in studying primate behavior. I did not have any idea about this Jane Goodall's contribution, but I had certain idea that what is primate behavior and how it is being studied, what are its components. So I had related few things with Jane Goodall and I had written a general answer. I did not answer it in a particular manner because I did not had that much content, but I had to attend that question. So now coming this second, third and fourth. So there is choice in these questions. You have to attempt either 2 question out of these or 1 question out of these. So if I talk about this second question, so there was a question to critically evaluate the contesting theories of the emergence and dispersal of modern Homo sapiens. So I had good idea about this. So it is a 20 marker, you can choose it. But at the same time, I did not have idea of this. Discuss Erving Goffman's concepts of total institutions and its relevance in contemporary society. And that is also a 15 marker. So that call we have to make. Second and third was differentiate between lower Paleolithic culture and middle Paleolithic culture with suitable example. So this also I had good idea about. So this question I did not have any idea, like what is who was Erving Goffman and what is this concept of total institution. So this was a complete bouncer for me. So I had to leave this question. Even if I had certain idea about this total institutions and no idea about Erving Goffman, then also I might have thought that I should attempt this question, but I did not have any idea about this question. So that was disastrous. So this complete 15 marker was a no for me. So I had to leave this question. Okay. So that way you have to make choices. Then in third question also, what was there? I had attempted third question and not the fourth one. Why I had left this fourth one? Because discuss various anthropological approaches to the study of personality and culture. This I had a very good idea about. Like I had also talked during our discussion, how the culture or the personality impacts each other. Then there was second question, illustrate with examples the various types of locomotion patterns among the non-human primates. It is also an easy question. It is directly from the syllabus of syllabus. It is given in Braintree. It is given in Telugu Academy also. So it is not a difficult one. Okay. Now coming to this question, how is the construct of power linked to the notion of conspicuous consumption and its impact on distributive justice? So in this question also I did not have much idea, because if this question would have come in the GS, then I would have written certain things about what was power and how it is linked to the conspicuous consumption, because I might have invented new concept of this conspicuous consumption in the GS. But this is the anthropology paper or an optional paper, so you must have in-depth knowledge of things. So if I would write certain things about this notion of conspicuous consumption which are not anywhere related with this concept, then that might backfire. Okay, so this was also a no for me. So what I was left with this third question. So this was completely straightforward question, because all these three components or subparts of this question I had a good idea about, and I could write good answers in them. Like explain the impact of feminist movement on universality of marriage and family structure. It is there in the syllabus, impact of feminist movements. Then critically examine the demographic and epidemiological consequences with rise in food production and sedentarism. So this we can write, even though I did not read it previously, but I had certain idea that what could we write under it. Then Darwin and post-Darwin theories of evolution in the development of synthetic theory of evolution, that we all know.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, these questions are Darwin and post-Darwin theory. it is asking how these both theories resulted in the development of synthetic theory.
Right.
So we individually know about Darwin's theory and post-Darwinian theories.
Right.
Then how you made up answer, sir? This is Darwin's theory and these were post-Darwinian theories, and this is how they contributed to the synthetic theory.
So means you have to
Physics.
yeah, you have to find certain components or certain elements in the synthetic theory of evolution which have been borrowed from the Darwinian theory and the post-Darwinian theory. So you just have to show them that they have been taken from that particular thing. Like Darwin had talked about this pangenesis.
Yes.
Yeah, pangenesis means there is certain things which is transferring from parent to children. But he did not mention that gene thing. But in the synthetic theory of evolution, they have built upon that particular thing, that something is being transferred from parents to children. But what is that? These synthetic theorists have found that the gene was there. So these things we have to mention. We have to give 4, 5, 6 examples regarding them. So that way we can answer this question.
Okay, sir.
Now coming to this 5th question, this is also mandatory to attempt all the questions. So racism and eugenics is which part of syllabus, gender drift part of syllabus, ethics and genetic engineering. This we also read in our GS paper. So that we have to write a generalist answer here and senescence. And this experiential ethnography, I had no idea, but I had written certain things because I knew what was ethnography. So experiential ethnography, I had elaborated upon, like I thought it would be related with some experiments or certain experience of certain scholars. So that way I had answered this thing. Now this 6th question. So secular trend in human growth can be positive, negative or neutral. Illustrate with examples. Okay, so I knew that secular trend is there are certain secular trends in human growth, like there is reduction in menarche age, or there is increase in height, increase in this weight. So these secular trends are seen, but I did not have many examples to substantiate that, and it is a 20 marker. If I would attempt this question, even after knowing that I am not very much aware about the answer, or I do not have that much content in 20 marker question, then I should avoid that question to attempt. So therefore I had to leave this 6th question. Though I had started with this question, like how many numerical aberrations in sex chromosomes lead to genetic disorders, but eventually I realized that I do not have content in this question, so I had to cancel whatever I had written, some half page or 3/4 page in this answer. Then I had answered these things because I had good understanding of these concepts, like how variations in language related to social inequality, describe the biocultural responses. This is straightforward question from syllabus. How do marriage rules impact the gene pool of population? This is also about the consanguineous marriage, the final marriages, and uncle niece marriage, and all kinds of marriage are there. So how they affect the gene pool of populations. So I had a good idea about, so I chose this, and then I chose this 8th one. So in this manner you can choose that which questions you have to attempt. So I would recommend you to leave those questions which for which you do not have any idea. Okay, like I gave this example of notion of conspicuous consumption, and also this Erving Goffman's concept of total institution. So you should avoid attempting these questions because it is a total waste of 15 marks. If you attempt another question, then you might get 7 or 6 or whatever marks out of 15. So that you have to keep in mind while selecting the questions. So now, any other doubt regarding anthropology?
सर हम जो आंसर देते हैं ना क्वेश्चन पेपर में, वो जो केस लेते हैं, मतलब मिक्स ऑफ पैराग्राफ, बुलेट पॉइंट्स और फ्लो चार्ट होना चाहिए, या मतलब पैराग्राफ्स होना चाहिए?
Points, bullet points. As much as possible, you should write only in bullet points. Okay, with subheading. Subheading. Give the subheading like I will give example of this question from like racism and eugenics. So I will give brief definitions of racism and eugenics. Then I will link how the racism is causing eugenics. Sorry, eugenics is causing racism. Or the what is the relevance of eugenics? Then I will write 4-5 points. So how the eugenics is leading to racism. Then I will write 4-5 points. So this way you have to use the space provided there. Subheading, then 4-5 points. Subheading, then 4-5 points. And in the end, when you are concluding your answer, then you can write a little paragraph of 2-3 statements, or 2-3 lines. I would say, not a statement.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So I am ending this session now. So any other doubt you can ask, or you can ask them on my channel or group. I would answer there.
सर आपके जो आंसर कॉपी शेयर करने होते हैं मतलब टेस्ट सीरीज के?
हाँ, मैं 1-2 आंसर कॉपी शेयर कर दूंगा. There is no such issue. Okay. ठीक है, तो thank you everyone for joining this session. I hope it would have been beneficial for you. So any other question regarding anthropology, you can post on the group. I will answer this.
Sir, please post the slides in group.
Sorry?
The slides which you have shown, that sources.
Slides. Okay. I will share it on the group as a PDF. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.